Okay, so I'm CORTIJO, and I'm going to present you the overseas territories, the 14 overseas territories of the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom territories are more than what we know, because imagine, I ask you, United Kingdom, you imagine the Iceland, the UK Iceland, or that is near of the British of the Irish Iceland. And no, because there are more, and in concrete, there are 14 territories, no including without including the British Iceland. Well, but to talk about the overseas territories, we firstly have to know what is an overseas territory. So, what is an overseas territory? Well, an overseas territory is a country or place that is on other side of the sea, considered from the point of speech of what we were or what we are talking about. The 14 British overseas territories are in this list that I have prepared before, and that we can see here. The first overseas territory is Akrotiri and Dekele territory. The official name is sovereign-based areas of Akrotiri and Dekele. This territory was discovered between the 1977 and the 1974 by the Greek archaeologist Spyros Marinatos in an archaeology expedition that he was leading. Nowadays, these two British territories are inhabited, as in the past, have been military bases for the British government. The Aguila Island is located in the Caribbean, and its capital is El Valle. The group of islands of Aguila and some small islands around it. We don't know the exact origin of this group of islands because we don't have exactly or official information about this. The Bermuda is located in an archipelago in the North Atlantic Ocean of the east coast of the United States of America. The capital of Bermuda is Hamilton, as we can see here in this photo. Here, next to the photo that we were talking before, is the location, the distribution of the Bermuda Islands. And the curiosity of this territory is the popular set that we know about the Bermuda Triangle, and this is because the triangle that we can draw in a map, if we draw a line between Puerto Rico and Bermuda, we do the same between Bermuda and Florida, and we we continue drawing it between Florida and Puerto Rico. This triangle that we are going to see is what we know as the Bermuda Triangle. The Cayman Islands is a British territory dependent on the UK and located on the northwest or northwest of Jamaica, between the islands of Cuba and Honduras. It was discovered by Christopher Columbus on the 10th of May of 1503 during his voyage to America. The Spanish government officially recognized the English sovereignty of them by the Treaty of Madrid in 1670. The South Georgia and South Sandwich Islands. We don't know the exact origin of these islands because we have the Argentine position that says that were discovered by a crew of Spanish ship Leon between 28 and 29 June of 1756, and according to the British position, it was firstly sighted in 1675 by Anthony de la Roche. Here we can see the flag and at the bottom their position on a world map. Well, here is a error, a confusion of presentation that is the same that I have said before of the South Georgia and South Islands. So sorry, and we continue with the presentation. The Pitcairn Islands are a group of 4 volcanic islands in the southern Pacific Ocean that form the sole British overseas territories in the Pacific Ocean. Pitcairn Islands, we don't have not really many information of their origin, but and also officially. But what we can know is that they were discovered by the British Captain James Henderson on the 17th of January of 1819. And Oeno Island was discovered in 26th of January of 1824 by American captains George Ward. The islands that form these Pitcairn Islands are Pitcairn, Henderson, Ducie, and Oeno. The Turks and Caicos Islands. Consisting of a larger Caicos Islands and smaller Turks Islands, 2 groups of tropical islands in the Lucayan archipelago of the Atlantic and Ocean and northern West Indies, and they are primarily known for tourism. In the 1799, both the Turks and the Caicos Islands group were annexed by a British government as part of the Bahamas. We also have a disagreement on their origin, so I'm not going to a specific this case, because there are a lot of theories that explains their origin and yes, their origin. As a curiosity of this territory, we can see here at the bottom part of the screen a photo that shows us people like taking salt out of the sea. And this is an important part of the history for this territory, and this history refers also in the money that they had before the money that nowadays have the British government. British Virgin Islands. Is a territory in the Caribbean to the east of Puerto Rico and the US Virgin Islands. That these islands were discovered between, well, around the 19th of November of 1493 by Christopher Columbus in his America expedition. The Spanish Empire claimed the island by discovered in the early 16th century, but never settled them. Why? Because it's a very strategic position for the British government. The Iceland prospered economically until the middle of the 19th century, when a combination of the abolition of slavery in British Empire in 1834. Gibraltar is also an overseas territory of the British Empire, of the British government, and is located in Spain, in the south of the Iberian Peninsula. It has an area around 6.7 kilometers and is bordered to the north by Spain. In the 1950s, renewed Spain claimed the sovereignty over Gibraltar and restricted movement between Gibraltar and Spain. Finally, on the 31st of January of 2020, the UK left the European Union and consequently so did Gibraltar. Here we can see the Gibraltar flag. Now we are seeing their position on a world map. Next to the previous picture, we have a small distribution of this place, and here a typical photo that shows the mountain that is characteristic of this territory. Montserrat. Well, this place was discovered by Christopher Columbus in 1493. The original name is Santa Maria de Monserrate, and Montserrat means Serrated Mountains in Catalan. This is a curiosity of this that we can mention of this place. Also, what we have to know is that this territory, this overseas territory, is a volcanic island that nowadays is stopped, but to prevent any catastrophe is limited exclusion zone, so the outsiders of the island don't have problems to continue their life or to have the necessary time to go out of the islands in the case of the in case that the volcano go up again. And here at the bottom part we can see how evolutionates the islands since it was discovered by Christopher Columbus in 1483, and finally a photo that shows a part of the exclusion zone before being limited. The Santa Elena extension and Tristan de Acuna. We don't have really official information about this place, so I'm not going to specialize to mention the information that I read, because depending on the site that you enter, you have different information, and then you search for the information that you have seen before, and it's not an information that is have official things that goes back of it, that you can say this is why, and you have a thing or a document that shows you why you are saying that. So is what I found is the same that if I make a web saying what I want and another person see my web. So I prefer to not specific. It's its origin or the information until it's official and in a official site, publicated in an official site. But what all the sites and official sites says that is that was discovered between the 1557 and the 1580 by the British explorers Sir Francis Drake. And here we have the position, the geographical position, or better, what's here, where when I'm showing with the mouse. The British Antarctic Territory, in discussion with Chile and Argentina. It was discovered between the 1839 and the 1849 by the British James Clark Ross in a expedition that was leading of two boats that were Erebus and Terror. Here we have the flag of the British Overseas Territory, here the geographical position, and here other flag that is also official of this territory, so doesn't matter what flag do we use. It's a curiosity of this place. We don't see two flags, two official flags for one territory in all the countries. So I think that this is a good information that we can know. And to continue with this presentation, with information of the British Antarctic Territory, we have to click in Queen Elizabeth II. So we click here and we go to Wikipedia. That we know that Wikipedia is not a really official and good site to where we can search for information, but it's the site that I found more that explains better the life of this Queen Elizabeth II. By my point of view, in this case, we don't have problems to search information in this way if we want to know about this person. Well, so now that we have seen the Queen Elizabeth II information quickly on the web, we return to our presentation. The British Indian Ocean Territory is a country comprising some 60 tropical islands, including the Chagos Archipelago in the Indian Ocean, mainly between Africa and Indonesia. What we know is that what was discovered in 1554 by a Spanish explorer, Diego Garcia de Moguer. The remaining islands are inhabited nowadays. In the past, were used to military as military bases for the UK government. And here is the end of my presentation. Thanks to all of you for hearing me. And well, with this I finish my work. If you have any questions, you can send me a mail or ask me in the academy. So thanks to all of you again, and see you soon.